Okay, I think now we are ready here, and I want to say welcome to our first live streaming. I was really working really hard. Like, I don't know, maybe you can see in my face, I didn't even sleep too much to trying to release all this version of ALYSSIUN. Has been really hard work. Hopefully, you like, guys. Um, Today I'm going to just first let me see if the audio is good, is working. Let me know in the chat if it's working. I'm testing here on my phone. Yeah, I think the audio is fine. Let's see if we can just add some music in the background. So yeah, I was saying that I've been working really hard to release this new version. Let's go to ALYSSIUN.com, and then what we're going to do today is just starting testing. I want to see every bug, every problem, every error, everything. So I'm going to start making notes and how to improve. As you see, we have all ready for connectivities, so we can connect with anybody around the world. By the way, you can access right here the same server. As you see, here is the link at the top, and I can share the QR code if you're from the phone or anything. You can just scan it right now, and you go into landing in the same server, same space, and the same server. So I can work here. You can see what I'm doing, and you can ask me any questions in live. As you see, we have some friends over there. This is basically guest mode, how I enter. But I'm going to start work. I need to enter with my account. I'm going to maybe also teach basic things, how to use it and everything, but in reality, I'm going to start testing yeah. Um, this is the guest account. That's my account that I have in my other browser. Let me close. Let me go to login in here. Uh, yes. Let me log in here. I'm going to receive the email security code access. Here I have it. Paste it. And now I am inside of ALYSSIUN in here. As you see, we have our system is really, I built a lot of work in the back end. So basically, as you see, I have it, the other account, the other browser, login my account, upload the projects in whatever in another engine, is in work, and then build, export, and no, all this process is done here. Everything is live in real time. To do any change, for example, actually any change I'm doing in here, if I move the box, he can see the box in real time. That's what it is. That's what it is. A collaboration. It's taking a lot of resources right now for servers, but I'm working on it. Then unfortunately, it's not gonna be like a 100% all for free. It's gonna give you for a couple of minutes for many things, because we have a audio proximity voice chat technology. Basically, you can hear the other avatars only when you are close. This is really old technology in video games, right? We already have it here in ALYSSIUN, but it's no common, really common to see it in the web browser. So for me, it was a challenge also to achieve that. So he can hear me only if I go close to him. If I go far, he cannot hear my voice. Also, we have a new system that unfortunately I was working really hard yesterday, and I basically turned it off because it was giving me some error for another places. And then, bro, the system is already there. I was testing with him, actually really nice, a few days ago. Because if you are far away, you cannot hear for collaboration. If you start flying around to edit it in the space, right? He can't hear me, my voice. So you cannot work here with many people at the same time. And then how you solve it, you just make a call. Instead to call like other calling system, you just call here inside of ALYSSIUN. You have the chat system, and then every person has their own chat, similar like WhatsApp. And then you're going to have the audio call and video call. So you call it inside the same system. You don't need to use external other system. And that's pretty cool. So as soon as the person receives the call, now you are flying with everyone around working, and everyone is talking. Up to 5 people can talk in the same channel by calling by phone. in the virtual phone. But in the space, you can here it can enter up to 20 people, right? And then in reality, I'm preparing everything to be able to host up to 100 users per space. But now, because I'm trying to provide as much better the experience, I prefer to not go like crazy and then go more like a little by little. I'm going to test everything is working, and then I'm going to continue expanding. And unfortunately, also because this is like a startup project, also the money reason is really big here right now for me. So expanding servers, expanding a lot of things is costing a lot of on it. But it's okay. I'm going to fix it. I'm gonna figure out how. The thing is that's what it is. You have audio proximity chat technology, the general global chat, audio to call, video call, and audio call. Yeah, many different things. Screen sharing also. You can share the screen here, and everyone can see my screen the share here in my screen, right? You can share with audio, which is really good. As you see, if I go far away, that's the screen. Anyone who is in here inside, they're gonna be able to see that screen, right? Really small, so everyone has their own screen on top of the avatar. So if you want to see a full, you just go close to the avatar, and then let's see how we can test it. Uh, Yes, if you want, you can just enter here. So basically, the idea is that you go close. When you go close, it's gonna ask you. It's gonna show every avatar has any card, and that card has the information, name and title, information, bio, and everything. And also, you're going to see a press F or just press the button to put the screen share full screen in your phone or in the computer. So that means that you can see in details whatever that person is showing you. For meeting, for collaboration, is basically for events, for anything you want to work here, is a game changer. You are not just using this system as a meeting place. It's bigger than that. Yours a place that you can use as your own virtual real office. You work with here, you share things, images, your slides, your PDF, your photos, your any object. You just drag and drop. Let me show you some example. And let me open here. Let's go download it. Yeah, as you see, I'm going to put it over here. I have this image, right? But the thing is, again, today, because I was getting some issues, you see my folders are empty. There isn't a problem that is happening. I'm going to fix it in 1, 2, 3 days. I'm gonna fix it, everything to put it back all normal. So you're gonna see all the stable system. But today's day, you can access, you can meet people. That's normal. But a lot of advanced functionality, I unfortunately I need to work on something, and then I'm gonna fix it that error, and then everything is gonna go back to normal. So that's why I cannot see many other files in here sometimes. As you see now, it's here sometimes text is it, but that's what it is. But the point is, let's see, let's test if it's going to upload it. So the point is that I can just drag and drop. That's it. That's how simple it is, and it should be over here. It's saying ALYSSIUN allowed to 30 megabytes or. Mhm. Okay. Now what is happened, this space already have a 30 megabytes. That's another thing that we have here is that you can upload to 100 megabyte per space, but if you do that, unfortunately, the goal here is that you can just share with one link. You send your space and anybody around the world with any weak internet, really low internet, and low device, they can really access that space. So you can really enter with them, play, or use them for meetings or events or anything you want to do. That's the goal. So if we go over 30 megabytes, that is not going to be possible for low-end devices and internet. So for many internets, that's why we make it your suggestion. The please trying that every space don't go over 30 megabytes. So you can have here up to 1 gigabyte for free, right? In our plan here, you see one when I have a 10 gigabytes because I have the pro plan. But every space should be have a 30 megabytes. Otherwise, you creating a 100 megabytes. Uh, Only devices, high-end devices, and really good internet, they are the only one who's going to be able to access, and that's not the point here. For that, I have another much better idea that is going to be the also I'm working on it. We're going to release the version that is called Ultra. ALYSSIUN is divided in two versions. ALYSSIUN Portal is the mostly the first main version that is everything is running in the cloud, basically in the servers directly in the web browser, and the second version is going to be Ultra. With Ultra, we don't have limitations. You can create in a space who has 100 gigabytes. If you have a storage with 100 gigabytes, 1 terabyte, that's your storage. It's depending on the capacity of the power of your computer. So that's the point. That's the good part on Ultra. Ultra allows you to create graph to go crazy. You can just there's no limitation related with graphics. The graphics can be in ray tracing, really photorealistic technology. All that I'm working really hard to make it on Ultra. So that's the physics is better. The engine, everything is incredible, more powerful. And close in here. Stop screen sharing. We don't need it now unless you enter here, and then that's the basically what it is. But for now, we just keep work on the web that is the most powerful, and it's really everything is here is basically is gonna allow you to build and work and do your own things inside the space. 30 megabytes in reality is really good. This space here is 30 megabytes, but I didn't even optimize it. You can just remove things and create a really nice space. The idea in the web is gonna be more like you create small spaces where you can share with 10, 20 people in the same space, but wait for it, because that doesn't mean that it's gonna be a small. It's 30 megabytes per space, but if you just drop in here a portal, you can just go from this room to the next part of the room over here, and the other one has 30 megabytes. And then you can create inside the folder other subfolders, right? So basically, this space can have 100 different folders, and each one 30 megabytes. If you make the idea, uh, there you are. So you can have a really big space in here, but every time you just switch to another space through portals, through walls, you can create, like, for example, a wall in here, and when the avatar crossover is going to teleport automatically to the next space. So there's no limitation. In reality, that's really cool. You can create really big spaces inside of ALYSSIUN and under that idea. And now let's move forward to we're going to continue here. So we have here is more like an operating system, similar idea. As I said again, it's not yet. It's gonna be in the future, yes, because it need to be bootable. You need to install in your computer if you want to run the entire operating system. But for now, it's just the start point. This is the first version of ALYSSIUN, and hopefully you like it a lot. Let me know any comments. Everyone is welcome. All the thing is they know we are not opening the door like 100 to everyone. It's only 100 people. There's I think we already have some customers, some users. You can register right now. Try, because when it reach the 100 people, it's gonna be closed, unfortunately, until I figure out how to expand more servers and how to. I want to make sure that all the experience is gonna be stable for everyone, and not just open the door that everyone can access and then everything is going to crash. Doesn't make sense. Here we have the folders, like in Windows and Mac, you create a folder, but the difference here is you create I said again, you create a folder, but it's in a spatial space like this. You can just work through, drop objects. The events is not opening right now because there's a lot of things that is not working at this moment because of what I was saying. I'm working on other things. Universe is where it's gonna be all the spaces that you can just publish your own space to universe. That means anyone around the world can access. You can create your own community. And when you create a folder in here, if you realize we have orbits and home. That means when you create an orbit, ALYSSIUN, let's see how we can say it. ALYSSIUN, you create an account. That's your main account. Let me try to enter. Hopefully it's not going to. Here you have your account, right? And then this basically give you the chance to create multiple avatars. I have this one, those here, Jonathan, that's my real name. Justin, I like that name. If I have a kid, I can put it a name. ALYSSIUN is ALYSSIUN. Alpha is the one usually I use for gaming, and Danielle is my second name. So those are my avatars, and each avatar, when you enter to those avatars, you can just customize it. You can customize, you put it your bio, your that's a representation. Every avatar also is going to have a score. So if you do something bad, the score go down. If you do something good, the score go up. If you make achievement, everything is going to count in the system to give you more chance to create a better score, which is really important because the score allows you to do a lot of future things inside the simulation. And then that's what it is. This is exactly similar idea with the orbits. I have the orbits over here, like different orbits. I have the alpha created for that. If I want to create in spaces just for gaming, you just switch to that orbit and everything is related to that orbit. It can be for business, for gaming, for anything, for simulation. The same for ALYSSIUN, Daniel, whatever, and the other one here. Every time you switch, your folder is going to show only the spaces related to those orbits. And orbits in here in ALYSSIUN, and then it's gonna I'm gonna talk that one. When we finish here, it's gonna be the set graphics. This is really cool because, as you see, shows every device that I am logging, and that's really amazing because it's going to allow us to customize for every device. The experience in ALYSSIUN is that you or I'm working here, and as soon as go to the phone, it's gonna switch really cool without any. Let me see something. Yeah, it's gonna switch to the phone without any interruption. You just press a button switch and automatically go there, and the phone is gonna be adapting the graphics. Basically, maybe the phone is not really powerful, so you control here. In my case, this computer is powerful. I can just go to Ultra, text on Chrome. Yes, you can just go in here and put a manual. Neo means that you can put it to be dark during the night, which is amazing. In this computer, I can put in ultra, shadows, all this, and ultra, and everything I want. I guess that's good. It's fine. And now the increase the graphics is gonna be better. But on phone, for example, I can go to my phone, Android, and here I just keep it in saver. So make sure that it's gonna be really nice in the phone. Maybe the graphics is gonna be later, but not like here in desktop. But at least it's gonna be really good. But the point is that we can control every device by separate, so it's not really all combined. That's really cool and really important when you want to keep all your devices connected, but each of them have a different capacity, they different behave. So that's really important. Okay, I was talking about orbits. In orbits, basically how it works. In YouTube, we have a channel. Inside that channel, you create a upload videos. In ALYSSIUN, we're going to call orbit. The universe is totally the entire simulation, and then each user can create orbits. Your orbit is going to be like a channel where instead to upload videos, you create in space. This space is your basically your can be your simulation, your video game, your events, your meeting rooms, or anything you want to dream to create in the simulation. And, and that's what it is. You go for orbit right here. This is Jonathan. I have just one space for business. That's the one I'm here right now. You can share that link, and that's gonna be like basically your channel, in this case your orbit, and then people can access your orbit directly from here. Each orbit, if I press enter, is gonna be able also to build it. So you can show the orbit in it all way like 2D that way, and here people can see it. Or when they press enter, Now imagine you can just really act like an orbit. Every space can be an asteroid or whatever it is, or just put it simple, maybe it's gonna be just a place where you can land in here and you have different portals or doors or whatever you're dreaming. The space is empty. That means that anything you want to build here is that's the point. That's whatever the tool is here, the technology is here. Use it as you as much as you want. Okay, now what more? That's the orbit, the avatar, the account, and the trash. You can start deleting. Oh, again, you see the trash is not opening, but it's going. Everything is working here. Just really deactivate a lot of functionality because I need to fix some a big. The thing I'm building is really crazy good things for gaming, and then that's why it was giving me that error. But as soon as I fix it, you're going to have a avatar system, vehicles, a lot of things that is going to really good, super fun in the game. And I love gaming. That's why I love it. Also, I do the business things, but we're going to love it a lot. So it's gonna be a really good update for what I'm working. Okay, the camera is the same buttons that we have upside. The engine is the same button that you have upside to open the engine, the settings, and the store. This is a critical and really important part. Because ALYSSIUN is not just a, a place where you can just create a meeting. The long-term vision is really to create the entire infrastructure where you can just also work here. You can do your business, you can entertain here. Let's say you want to create in a space. That space is amazing. It's a video game, it's a simulation, it's a meeting room, it's a event, whatever you name it. You can also sell it, and people can just go here and buy it. And then we have the apps, the plugins, and the library. The library is my library, so your library, where you can just create your things and you decide if you want to sell it, offer for free, or just for personal. I create some plugins right here just to test, and then as you see, name is personal, personal, personal. So it's not already in the app in the published area. Apps because it's the idea is going to be like an operating system, so you're going to be able to install apps into your account and running in all the devices. So the app system is not 100% ready yet, but that's the idea, that's the vision. The app is going to be here. You're going to be able, anybody can be able to create their own apps for a listening store from scratch, or there is coming, because it's the most important part, is that you will be able also to just with an SDK, some tools to just convert your existing web app. You have it, and if you have a CRM, HRM, whatever you have it, you already have your apps. You can just use these tools inside ALYSSIUN, and then you don't need to build everything from scratch. It's your own app. You control everything, and then you just publish in here, and people can use it inside directly in ALYSSIUN, which means instead to go directly to one website, they can just open the app and drop in here. And then if you put the VR goggles, so or in here, it's gonna be like, imagine the app is just like this. So, and then you can just move the app, the window here, or much better, you can interact with that app. Instead to be a 2D CRM, you can just walk through the environment. The system is gonna give you those tools to really convert your 2D web app into really a spatial technology, immersive technology. Uh, that's what it is. And then the plugins, that's where we're going to work today. Plugins, as this is the engine, and inside the engine we have the hierarchy, where basically you can add all the everything that is in the space that's gonna be shown the list in here. You have the queue, I have that office over here, and then the office, you can just this button in here, when you don't want to automatically switch to inspector, you can just deactivate it, and then now you can click anything you want, and there's no switching. I think it's cool sometime when you want to see what you have here, because if it's activated every time you click it in the object, it's automatically going to switch to inspector. This panel is three areas: the hierarchy, where you see all the objects and everything inside the space. The inspector is when you touch, when you select any object, it gives you everything like transforms, rotation, scale, and whatever you can imagine related with plugins, because there is coming like in plugins is going to be able that when you click here, if I press this button here and I click add, imagine now a lot of developers, maybe you are a developer, you can start coming here, create amazing different plugins, because actually now it's empty. The system is ready, but now we are waiting for you guys. Everyone who want to build something here, you can offer your tools, create the plugins, and then now anyone who's coming here, they're gonna need your tools. You can offer for free, you can sell it, that's you're gonna be the way how you're going to start making money to monetize in ALYSSIUN. So as you see, it's empty. So now is a really good time. When you build something here, you are the first one. So all the tools, all the plugins, and here anyone who is going to use it, you're going to be the first one. So you have a huge chance to create something here with us. And then basically, yes, you can go here if you don't want to build it, and there the plugin is there, you can just add it, and that's it. The plugin is going to be the one who's going to give the behave, how this object is going to react. You want the object to change color, for example, it's white, right? This wall is white. So you just go here, add plugin, and then you can just search, for example, change colors for whatever. And then you're gonna see many different plugins. You install one, you don't like it, you remove it, and then you test it until you get the one you want. Um, but also give you the chance to create it, because now we need to, in this case, there's no plugins, we need to create it. But by the way, in my library, personal library, I have some plugins, so I can use it as example. Let's say I want to spin I wanted this object to have movement, like spinning. If I click here and use it, you're gonna see now this in the inspector automatically is going to add the plugin. And this is why it's gonna be so powerful, because it's gonna give you the freedom to build anything you can imagine here. You can just create a plugin, easy with code, with ChatGPT as in a standard code. So basically anybody can make it. And by the way, today we're gonna start making testing how to create some plugins. Um, and then as you see, let me minimize this one. You see the minimize overflow is not working right now. Usually when you minimize, I really love it, because it puts the apps in here in the bottom. So it's gonna easy to just act as a little bit like an operating system. So it's really nice. I love that. And now we have the spinning here. What I want to show here, if I want to spin this one, right? Let's see how it works. And then you start testing. The problem is, let's see, because that's what I say. I need to. Otherwise, if it's not working this area, because that's the point of the streaming today, and I'm not gonna be able to. I can continue doing the streaming to show all details, and then know the plugin system, because maybe you're going to work really hard today, all day, all night, to make sure the system is gonna be able to install the plugins and everything. I want to really work hard and to provide the vehicle system and the avatar for the gaming, and it's really important. I think it's really really cool, and then that's what happened, because I realized usually this plugin, when I just added it, automatically this is going to start moving, but it's not moving. That means it's also interfering the plugin system. That's not good. So sad, because I'm working so hard. Everything was working really nice, and then when I implement a new feature, it just breaks a lot of things, and now it's a really hard work. You don't have an idea how sad has feel like when I'm going to test something. Yeah, usually here you just put this plugin and the system is going to start spinning. That's why this object that was here was not spinning. Mm, no, well, that's part of the job. Yeah, the plugin also is it was working so good, but I think it worth it because when I implement the avatar, it's gonna be a simple avatar system, just legs and something simple, but it's going to turn from just being a sphere. The sphere is amazing for business. Usually, business they don't. I had experience. Some business they like the avatar. Some of them mostly they don't. They prefer like the image or the picture because they associate with Zoom and other platforms, and that looks more professional. But if you are a gamer, uh, like me, we really want the avatars, right? So the avatar system is gonna be more simple, but at least you're gonna be able to jump, to interact with objects, and the big part is gonna be also a simple way vehicle system where you can just enter the system, and on another things that's coming that I'm really working. Uh, that's why I think it worth it. It worth it that the system right now important features is not working. But when I finish, then this is gonna be basically. Let's see next week we're gonna be able to have the full ALYSSIUN again back, plus the new options working. And I'm really sad because I didn't even make streaming of videos because I was working so hard and only code in the servers and everything. And when I'm trying to do the live streaming, fucking plugins no it's not working. And the title of the streaming is related to let's build something like robotic so we can create a logic that the box follow some rules. That was the main color of the streaming today. And then it doesn't it's not going to happen, but it's okay. Well, I didn't sleep too much. Let's continue to at least to do 1 hour stream or something, so it's not going to cut just like that. Let's keep it optimistic and positive, right? Eh, fuck. Oh my god, after all this fucking work. Ah, that's okay. At least has collision. Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Even this shit is here. What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Um, yes, let's. I'm going to use the streaming more to show you if you're new. At least you going to understand. This the streaming unfortunately is not gonna be about the title. Maybe I change it later. How to use Alicia. Eh, and then yeah, or terrible streaming. Okay, let's I'm gonna yes, I'm just going to continue teaching you how to use the interface and everything. And I change the title, yeah, when I finish. So at least you can use this one as a what it is exactly, what button and everything, how to start it. Okay, I already explained a little bit of the explore. I can go deeply. Let's go to the next one. Here, maybe we can leave the engine, yeah, after, mostly at the end. So for example, one of the functionality even is a lot of features is not working right now. The basic core is working. That is the most important. Like for example, you enter right now the server, you can talk with me, you can enter the same, you can talk with other persons, share you for meetings. It's perfect. It's work. Everything is work for that area, more for business, like meetings, collaborate. Bro, the collaboration part in gaming is where it basically is getting a little struggling right now. So basically in here, if I close the engine, so I don't want to maybe delete the space or anything you want. That's how you close the engine. You don't need to worry about it. Something is going to work in there. Now, and you have a button here, the really important button, the share. And here we have this simple window that is showing you the this is the space link. It is ALYSSIUN.com /. That's the ID of the space. That's your link of that space. The second here is the space plus server. As you see, you have ALYSSIUN.com. The next ID is the server, is the space. The next ID is the server. So, and then the first one, which is going to be more the most popular we can use. Well, actually, when you're going to share like in social media, I recommend it to share the second one because it's no longer, but it give the users to enter the same server, the same space, and the same server. But a lot of times it's good. It's really good when you're going just to tell your friend, "Hey, I'm here," but you can tell them you are in the same space in the same server, but this is really cool, in the same position location you are in that space, plus in the same point of view you are looking. So if I share the link and I'm looking to this tree right here, and you share the entire link copy, right? Anybody who accesses the link is going to enter the same space, the same server, the same position, plus the same point where you was creating the link. Super, really cool and very important for for basically for everything in the simulation. Why? Because let's say you have a business like a store, you can just you want to send a link where the product is exactly, you just go to the product, make a point of view, the product is here, copy the link and send it. Now again, the functionality now is the same thing. It's not working, but it's going to work next week. All that is already tested like crazy and it works because it's for a long time it's working, so it works. It's just this update, unfortunately, today is I am like almost to explode it because it's like, can't believe it, I'm gonna do the streaming and all this happened and feel so stupid and embarrassing, but that's what it is. That's my job. I know that I already have these things a lot of times in the past, or whatever. I cannot do anything. I just laugh because it's like I remember I work really hard, and then I imagine I'm gonna do a presentation for investor or something, and then everything is working. The next day you do the fucking presentation, and then it's not working. It's like you want to die in a moment. It's like whatever. I just take it in a fun way because if I can do it, you cannot do anything. That's part of the job. What I can do is just close the streaming and work fucking hard and make it work again. That's it, and it's going to work. Believe me, I gonna make it work. Okay, but now you get the point. That's what it means. So that's the functionality. You just copy the link and then you send it. So you can use it for products, or maybe you want to create a portal. You want to create a portal where basically you want the user, when they pass through the portal, user is going to land in here, exactly over here, and then you just continue walking. That's really cool. You see, for the portals, it's really important. You just take the location, the link, paste it to the portal, and that's exactly where all people is going to land in that portal. For everything you want to send your friend, I'm here. You just copy the link, send it to the chat or in any other platform. People access, and that's it. The same for the QR code. This QR code is the entire full space, server, position, and view where you are. You scan it, and automatically it's going to show up exactly where you are here, looking at the same point. I love Personally, I love this functionality. It's super good. You are just walking to an event or something, you tell, oh, check it out, how cool, this is ALYSSIUN. You just open share from your phone, everyone scan the QR, and now everyone is talking and playing in the same space. That's so, that's the simplicity I was looking for really long time. There it is. So super easy, fast, and simple, no download. Everyone access through the web browser. And then, yeah, but I think I'm here in a different server. Usually I am in a business event. Oh, that's another cool thing. Did you realize I type the URL so you can have up to 3 custom URLs, and for the server you cannot change it, the space ID, unfortunately, because every space in ALYSSIUN is treated like a folder. So in reality, people is going to have many orbits, and every orbit could have whatever an amount of folders. So it's not going to be possible to custom every for all people around the world. But for the space, yes, the server, every space can have whatever name of server you have it, so you can customize your service. It's less capacity, so it's going to be a little more logical, at least for the first year. And then after, I'm going to think how to really create a really advanced. But by the way, this is ready. You can create up to 999 servers, even more per space. That's, which means it's almost thousands. It's crazy. Okay, and so basically, yeah, now it's cool. I have an everyday an event. By the way, everyone is welcome to enter the business or a social event, and it's gonna be the same space in here. Only what it changed is the you can use the business event link, and then from 2 to 4, usually actually it's from now, but unfortunately, I'm starting the community, so hopefully somebody enter. And I didn't share the links. I didn't share to all the, so usually I share in the group or everything. And and then yes, yeah. Well, if you want, if you are here, you can maybe share right now, but I don't think, because I just have no users right now live with me. And let's continue. So basically here, this is the, you can share a link, the space, I already explained it, and then this is the my server. This is the window where every user control their own service. As you see, you can have, for the free account, you can have 3. I have the pro account, I have 10. But again, it's the same issue. Now it's not working. If I click open new server, it's not going to work. Usually you just press the new server and you can just start customize. And something that is pretty cool that we have is that you can also add a calendar. So the server is going to open and close doors automatically. You share the server everywhere you want in social media. If you just say from 2 to 4 and you access at 5, it's gonna show a really nice message with the picture of the space, right? The thumbnail, and then it's gonna say like come tomorrow. If it's tomorrow 2 p.m., it says exactly the time plus the countdown time. Really cool feature when you want to create community. You just put it at a time and you're just focus in marketing and share the link, and everyone with access, they can even put the email. The system is really advanced. You're gonna see that coming. And then, hey James, how are you? So that's what it is. Now we go to help. Here is the basic help support. This is going to be really advanced. I'm going to work really hard on this. I just made it super easy if you want like a problem with controllers, whatever it is in Avatar. So you just go here and then you find anything you want. You can just send us a message, or to Ally Assistant, the AI is gonna help you. So the help support is gonna be, now it's really simple, but it's gonna be really advanced. Report system, is very important. Help and report, I'm going to remove those buttons because actually we don't need it really from there. we can save that space. And again, it's gonna be in here in the bottom of the start window. You're going to have help and support and report. Super easy access. Anytime you need it, you just go here, help and support, and open the window. And the same for report. Report is really important. It's gonna keep us to keep the community in a good shape, so you can report a bug, you can share ideas about anything you want in Elysium, but also you can obviously report if somebody is doing something wrong in the system. And then that's something that I'm working really hard also. And actually I created really advanced system in the back end that is going to basically every avatar as I said has the score system and everything. So you can come here, do anything you want, but just the simple rule: be a good person. Don't try to do something bad, because when somebody report, is going you're going to create your own score in the back end, and then also it's not going to be good for your account, and then that's it's like any other system. The point is that we want to really keep our community safe and try to, especially for kids, women, and we want to really try. I'm trying to do my best. That's gonna be a really tough topic for a platform like this, but I'm gonna do my best for that. I'm working every day on that thing. Okay, now we go to chat. And unfortunately, again, it's no fucking working today. Here is also a really cool chat system. You have the global chat that everyone can talk whatever they want to talk here, whatever, respect all, like always respect others. And then global chat. And then also you have the general chat, the private chat. When you go close to somebody in here, usually you press F and then you see the card of the avatar, picture, bio information, and everything. And then you can see the add request, add friend request button. So you send the add request, friend request. If the person wants you, they they accept it or either reject it, and then automatically you're going to see the person here in the list as a friend. Then you can start sending messages normal like any other platform, and then you can there's coming the global communication system. That means you can call the person directly. You can have a group of 5 in a video or an audio call directly from that chat. And then what happens when you go super far away in the space, you can continue talking with that person because you are totally like a call, your virtual call inside ALYSSIUN, and even really good because you can also jump to another space in the entire universe, and you still are in communication with your friends inside of ALYSSIUN. That's really really cool. And I'm playing video games for a long time, and I really hate when you was waiting the lobby and then system is loading and then the communication cut it. I don't know. I don't have a really good experience transition in the past with video games, and then that's my personal opinion. That's what I'm trying to fix in here. I want to really create a really good communication system that you don't going to have that experience. It's not perfect right now, but that's the vision. So you are just connecting and go and play or work with your friends. um, for now, it's gonna be only 5 person you can call in a group video call global in the global communication in the phone. Let's call it a virtual phone. Only 5, which is I think is fine. Maybe it's gonna be up to 10. More than 10 talking at the same time it's crazy. It's no way. So I think that's perfect. 5, 10 maximum. But again, that doesn't mean in the space. In the space, you can have up to 20 people, right? And it's going to work up to 100 people inside the space. But the technology for users who doesn't know is a big difference. They say this is the phone you call as a global communication. You just call your friends or your 5 friends, and then you are connected. You can just go to anywhere in the world. You can walk super far away. You continue talking. You continue see the video call and everything. But when you are not in the phone, you are in the space, and you turn the microphone right here. You can talk with anybody, but you need to be close to them. That is called proximity chat technology, right? Proximity chat voice call. So that proximity chat uh, allows you to just hear the person when you are close. So you go far away, you don't hear. I know that it sounds like I repeated it a lot, But for gamers, this is just basic. You know this from game, right? So it's not mostly for you. I know you are super smart and you know that. But there's a lot of people who are pretty much new in this environment. We need to be clear with that because I get experience when they go super fast, but I cannot hear you. Well, you cannot hear because you are super far away from the avatar. It's the same like the real world. If you go close to the avatar, you're going to hear, and that is really cool. Especially that is running in the web browser for gamers. It's normal in an app that is installable. You need to install the app in your computer, in your platform, and whatever in your console, phone, and then you have that technology. But the idea that run directly in the web browser was for me a really huge challenge. Now, as in the browser, you can use the same technology like an app when you install the game, but directly in the web browser. Uh, and that's it. So for events, it's amazing. When you are playing here with many people, you do a battle royale, or you do any in the business event, you just walk around and meet real people around the world. And then if you are talking with a group of five here or three, you don't like the conversation, you move on and go and talk with another group the same like the real life. That kind of freedom is something that is beautiful in Elysium. Give us that yeah that we don't have in other communication platform. Not really. So that's why it's so cool for business. It's a game changer, and and also for gaming. You just want to talk with some avatar that is in there. It's not in your video call, and maybe you make a friends. You make a new friend. You add as a friend. Now you are just every time you enter a listen, send a message to play. That's pretty cool. All the system is really seamless. Yeah, if you have any question, let me know. Remember, please join our group. So we have all the group like in WhatsApp, Telegram, and I'm trying to create all the groups as soon as I can create everyone. If you like Telegram, send it. You can be in Telegram. You like WhatsApp, join a WhatsApp. In WhatsApp, we have different groups. If you go here, this button about, gonna take you basically. By the way, here you can just come here and then in our about page is telling you in details all the vision of the company, how we're going to achieve it, and what exactly we want. It's a really big dream, and I think it's gonna be possible. But with you guys, without you, it's no way. Everything works because you're gonna be here. You're going to believe on me. You're gonna believe on us. You're gonna believe in an entire project, and that's I think is mean. That's meaningful. That's really meaningful for me, and I think we're gonna make it. It's a really cool project, and it's really we're gonna make it. But I need your help. But without that, it's no way. So here you can see everything like about us. Oh, you know, read it. Be welcome to read entire and idea. Follow us, and here in follow us, you have the WhatsApp groups for founders, mostly for business, for social. If you're a gamer, join the social creators, influencer, builders, and for ambassadors is because we are creating the monetization area. That is basically if you really want also to have the opportunity to make money, that's what it is. ALYSSIUN is the core of ALYSSIUN is to create in the future also in a really good economy system that everyone can be part of it. So you can create your business, your own, yeah, so you can work here, entertain. This is the place where you can start making money. You can come here, join our groups, founders, whatever it is your niche. All our social media, YouTube, Instagram, be welcome to join us. So we have now only 489 subscribers. Hopefully we can reach our first 1000. And then yes, all the social media, Instagram, you go incoming events. I was putting this page, but we don't need it really much because the upcoming events, when you go to here in ALYSSIUN, so you can just click here in events and gonna show all the oncoming events much better than just go to the flat website and then enter directly from ALYSSIUN. Here in ChatGPT, I was trying to show how to create the plugins, and I'm gonna show you even it's not working right now when I press this, but I want to show you how is the idea. Next week you're gonna test it. Let's say you have this cube in here and you want to create a plugin that create colors. You see here, I change all the rotation, position, location, and everything, you know, position, rotation, scale. Uh, you can just go to this button over here and you change it. So that's how you going to manage, you know, to control every object. Or you just go press E, and then also the easy access. The keyboard has the E for easy access for this. If you want, this is the local position or global position. It changed basically from global to local. This is global, sorry, and this is local. Means that it's pointing where the object it is. That's pretty cool. And then you have this one, and this one also we have it. That is, this one is the only one that is not really perfect, but I'm gonna make it to work really good. This one, what it does basically is you just take exactly the area you want to open, to expand. That's really cool. Now let's put it back. Yeah, let's see. You have this whatever. We can just resize him here or here. By the way, how you may be gonna say how you can fly, because in reality you're walking here. This is your avatar, you're walking. ALYSSIUN, and if you're from computer, because from the mobile it's not optimized. It's optimized for using and walking around, not the engine. The engine is not optimized yet on mobile. Again, I'm going to work and it's gonna be 100% optimized for everything. And the computer, even in Mac or Windows, you have two different modes how you can use the engine. You have three different modes, but in reality two and one. The orbit mode, let's say for example you have the walk mode. How you walk is normally pressing AWS or the arrow system. I recommend AWS and D, but you need to hold the left click in your mouse. Left, right, yeah, the left click, the first click, you hold it and then you walk, right? That's how you walk. You can jump. It's acting like it's the avatar in the engine. So you can test it like if you are an avatar. And then you can move here. You see, you can walk, interact, everything inside the engine. Perfect. But how to fly is similar like Unity. You're going to hold the right click and do exactly the same. W is in D, and now you can just move around and fly. Go backwards, forward. If you want to go straight up and down, you can down with Q, up with E, and that's how you fly. If you keep press shift, so you go a little bit faster or slow. If you go in here, you can change the speed, or while you are holding right click, you just move the wheel of the mouse and then it increase the speed. If you come from Unity on a real engine, this is just basically the same. The really cool part that we don't have in there easy is you need to press the button, play, enter, all this thing. And all this thing is just everything is in real time. You just press right click, left click, and now you are basically using the avatar. By the way, the fly mode is your avatar. Just change the mode. So it's really important, really cool. That's how it is. You have the functionality here, duplicate, right? Delete it. Uh, yeah, you can, I don't know, multiple devices is more for the phone. Usually here you just select one device, one object, and then press control, and then you can start selecting. All this is gonna be really advanced. I'm working really good on this. Actually, I did it already in the past engine that I was with ALYSSIUN. That's why I don't worry in this. This is going to be really good. Now we have here the collision system. You can just see the collisions and everything. Right now the collision is not working because I was working more in the performance side. That's why when you go, you don't have collision, you see. But in reality, how I'm working the engine is that yes, I think it's better that mostly the thing is not going to have collision, because you can add the collision. You can just go to the plugin and add the collision. That makes more sense, because you don't going to reload this scene like crazy with collision that you don't need it. You are here, for example, in this thing, if we put the collision die down and mesh, that's crazy. That's too much. It's going to crash the space. Doesn't make sense. You can just create a box in here with cylinder, and then you're going to save a lot of performance, a lot of resource. So that's why. So you're gonna create the collision by custom, much better. And then that's how you see it here. You can disactivate the grid from the floor or activate it. Right now. The save button here, this is important. Usually ALYSSIUN by default is a collaboration platform, means you can access the engine with 20 people in here and everyone is doing something. You can just, like a video game, you can just come here, move the box and collaborate with them and everything. But there's a tricky part and it's really bad. It is basically, well, that's not really bad. We are really pushing hard this hardware. That's why collaboration works, but it's expensive. So what happened is I'm going to do to propose is you have the button when you don't use collaboration. You can have collaboration in the free plan, but not like crazy all day working on collaborations. You can have a couple of minutes. You can test them, and maybe when you are working with friends or something, and then you can just activate it, and that's going to take your whatever point you have in the plan. And if it's for free, you use it. But at least you every day you have this to use it, and then you're going to be able to manage like the voice chat proximity, like the camera, like the share screen, everything has here. We can go to plans, and then here it shows, you see how much resource we are using, live space and everything. This is pretty cool. It keeps us to really keep healthy all the spaces, and not everyone is using resources like crazy. That doesn't make sense. That helps you to really show you what you can use. If you are not using too much of the audio, you can just turn it off. That's it. And then it's gonna save you money, and it's gonna save a resource and a lot of things. Everyone wins, because for me it's crazy if I turn all everything and I don't make any even money, and here it's going to, the project is going to fail, and that's not what we want. So basically, and that's the point. For example, in collaboration also is expensive. What we can do, that's the point. That's why we're going to have this save button. If I move the object and I want my friends who is in there see the object in real time, whatever you did it to the object, you just click save and automatically everyone can see it. Now if you turn real-time collaboration, is going to be another button. That means every time you move the objects, everything you do, everyone is seeing in the real time, whoever activate their own collaboration. um, yeah, to activate that, you want to see in real time everything. So the point is that everything is there. You can have and use all these technologies. It's really cool, but unfortunately not now. Maybe in the future when the company goes really crazy big, and it's amazing. Biggest goal is that I can provide more for free. That's what I want. That's really, I don't care. I want everyone to use this technology and do something cool, right? I love it, but unfortunately they can't do it because it's gonna cry the company. So, but at least it's there. The functionality is there, and then why you want to use real-time collaboration if you are alone? That doesn't make sense too, right? Or maybe your friend is with you in the space, he's building another room or whatever it is, but you don't even care if he was building. You only what it cares when he clicks save, and then you see the time, the update. That's it. By the way, I accept any ideas, feedback, or anything. Let me know in the chat. Join our groups on WhatsApp and everywhere, and I'm going to be super happy to read everything. Any comments, any idea. What more? We are already here in this panel. This is the plugins. You can add all the plugins you want to every object. Every object is independent. That's really, really cool. The space. The space is gonna work the same idea like the objects. Every object you can add a plugin or create a plugin. In every space in every space you will be able to add a plugin for the space or create a plugin. What is the difference? The object is gonna give life, or that's the best easy to I don't know to say it. You can give life to that object, movements, behaviors, behavior, colors, whatever you want the that object want to do. In the space, it's gonna be basically the same idea. When you create it or add a plugin, it can be, for example, related not to any object. It's gonna be related to the entire environment. Let's say you want instead to be during the night and dark, You add a plugin that is gonna be more like a add in a skybox, change it during the day, put it at 24 real time, and it's running in real time. I don't know, everything you want, including modes. Let's say you want to create a battle royale game. So you install the plugin somebody created or you created, and then now you have a battle royale. That means every time you access the space or anybody access the space, it's gonna ask you for choose your avatar, the weapon, the card, whatever it is. So it's similar like a battle royale. You access the server and everyone is landing and play the video game. It's a race card. You can just create a that mode. When you enter, you select the car, or if you already have the car, you go whatever it is no limitation. It's depending how you build the plugin. And that's what I mean. The space plugins is controlling how the space is going to behave in general, and the object plugin is for every individual object. Now, yes, here we have so many simple things. Rename here is we're gonna have a lot of things like a lock object, so you don't want to touch or move the object by mistake. And yes, here we have this monitor system. It's telling it's going to this is gonna be really advanced because it's going to focus to make sure that you know exactly what is happening in the space, like collisions, behaviors, physics, and everything. That's going to help you to keep the space healthy in a really good performance. So the system is going to tell you, hey, this this assets or whatever it is, these assets or these objects, you can try to do these changes. This is what happened. You are running at 60 FPS or whatever. That's basically the core idea of the live monitor and all this in here. And here you can just minimize, put it here. Everything you see in Audition is like a win. It's like a similar operating system. You can just move windows and everything, right? It's pretty cool. You can minimize it, close it. And what more? We have in here the engine, and there's many other functionality. Unfortunately, I can't show you like the events, the server, the trash. Trash is simple. It's just when you delete something, you go to the trash. You delete it. When you delete the trash, your storage obviously the same like the computer. Is you going to have more storage. You delete something from here, 1 GB, for example, space, or 100 megabytes of space from here, and then when you delete it, automatically is going to the storage, and then in the storage you see all the files and assets and folders and everything you deleted, and from there you can delete it each by one, no, each one whatever by individual, or you can just erase the entire empty the trash bin, and then you're going to see in real time how your the storage is going to decrease or increase or whatever. New is new folder, right? But again, every folder on ALYSSIUN is treating like a virtual space. So you create in a folder, and in reality, it's an empty canvas. You can use it just to save files you wanted from your computer and have a cross-platform in all your devices, pictures, images, assets, PDF, whatever you can name it, 3D environment assets, and then you can just save it here and use it as a cross-platform. Or also, that's how it is. You create in here in business the space, and as you see, this office that I found on internet, I just upload in here, and then you see yes, there you are. The minimalistic whatever model office is here the assets. So from here you can just add it again, and as you see, I added it over there. There you are. So here we have another. Mhm. We have that one in here, there. Pretty cool, huh? Eh, and that's what it is. Now let's remove it. Here we have basic things like empty object, boxes, a sphere, a cylinder, floor. By default, the system is created in a universal floor, because if we don't have it and you create the space, your avatar is gonna be like a folding and respawning every time. That doesn't make sense. That's why I create here like a simple universal floor. You can deactivate it, but if I close the engine, exactly what I was saying, you see it's folding and respawning again and again. So the point here, you can just activate, by default it's activated that floor, so you don't need to worry, right? But the point is that you can delete it, so you can no, you don't delete that floor, you just hide the floor. That means it's not going to show off in the space, right? And then you can just come here and create a new entire floor for whatever it is. Maybe you want to have just a collision on this floor, and then you just enter here, and that's what it is. So a builder. The point is that you control the entire space 100%, and that's it. Um, you can just deactivate it or activate it. All this functionality is going to be 100% working again back in 1 week. So I need to work on other things, but that's when everything is there. The standard universal floor. What more? Yeah, the Ali, I already explained the entire AI system that is just right now in a, this is the only feature that is not available 100% in the platform. This is just a test. This is the real one that is the only one who is in testing mode. Mostly everything is working really good. Today happened that this whatever it was, I'm trying to do something big in the for other functionality, and then turning many different functionality in the back end. But I'm gonna put it back between today and maybe, because I need to do something for 3 days really hard. I need to work, and then I'm going to, after those 3 days, I go back and I continue on coding. I'm going to put everything back to work now for the engine especially. But the alley is a project that is gonna take a little bit more time because it's really hard work. But it's gonna be, imagine alley, you can create any entire environment instead to be manually how it's right now with the engine. You can just talk or text, and you can render real objects. You can render the scene in real time. That's crazy. I think that's the future of entire simulation and gaming, to creating anything just by talking and texting. But that is a really long, that's not now. I'm testing, is working in many different features, but maybe it's gonna be in a few months a really good first version that we can work on it. And what more? In the top we have the ping, the FPS. You have everything here, the servers where you can control the explorers. You can switch any avatar settings. Also, you can end this on websites. Also, this one I need to improve it because some website works, so many other it doesn't work. So, but that's no big deal. I'm going to fix it. And home is basically when you go there is your, that's very important. And when you enter ALYSSIUN take you to random spaces. You know, the algorithm is going to know what exactly you like. If you like it more for business or for social, it's going to keep you in that space. It's not going to merge everything like crazy. If you are in business, you are doing something serious, you don't want gamers, and that's what I understand. And the same, you are gaming, you don't care about business, you just want to enjoy your time as a gamer. You're going to be in those spaces. ALYSSIUN is going to take care that everyone is getting what they want. And or maybe you just select business and gaming. I have, for example, one avatar is business and gaming. I want to just see how I can see everything gone by. But that's the thing. You control what you want to see and hear and listen. And then, but this is the point, when you enter the first time, the system is going to, like a social media, it's gonna recommend the videos. Here's gonna recommend the space automatically, and then you enter. But you never, when you when you leave ALYSSIUN, or you close the simulation here, the space. Also, I recommend is they always try to go home. Take your avatar home always. Like in the real world, you need to go home. You need to be safe, right? So here is gonna be the same idea. You just go home right here, and then close ALYSSIUN when you want to finish. Or you can leave it there. Whatever you want to do, you can leave it there. But that's the point. You also going home. Why? Because now the avatar is simple. It's just a picture. It is a video. But in reality, it's going to be really complex. It's going to be a real avatar system with meta-human in the future, everything that is totally your real avatar. It's going to have real assets with you, your backpack, your whatever it is, and you don't want to lose it. Somebody can, if you don't activate the system, if you are in gaming mode, you as a gamer, somebody can just go and shoot the avatar and kill and take all whatever you have. So the best way to keep you safe, is that this is what it is created. Home. You go home, you can build here a really nice home or office, whatever you want to. This is your private environment. And then also friends can join here with a private key. They can just you go to explore here and you can allow access to your home, but that's really with a private key. And then as you see here, you have a private, you see public, you can access it. When you second private, nobody can access. That's your home. You can just save it here, it is. Now, because it's running like a folder, for example, it was in public. If I send you the link, you can access. But now I turn it to private. If it's in private, even with the link, nobody can access. But at this one, it's important to know because home is going to be your security layer that's your protects everything in ALYSSIUN. Um, Now, for example, in the next oncoming version, we're always I'm going to work really hard to protect home as crazy. So I think in home, for example, you're not gonna be able to change it to public or orbit. It's gonna be 100% in private. The only difference, if you want to invite a friend, you need to generate a key, right? You generate that key. It's gonna be a simple URL, and then you can set the key like at 24 hours or whatever, 1 hour. You set it, copy the link, send it to your friend. The friend can land in your home. You can play with them here or whatever you want to talk. That's your private home, right? And that's how it's going to work. 100% is going to be your private area where nobody can access unless you give a key to your space. The other spaces is different. The other space is treating exactly like ours right now home. You have a private, nobody can access, public, everyone can access, but with the link, right? So this is a sample link. This is the link of the space, right? So here it is. It's the link and the server. So this is public. Now, when you put it in space on universe, what is happening? What is happening is going to put that space in here. When you click save, let's put an example. Save. The name is for business. This property. Yeah. Well, actually, I choose the same for business. And then the point is that that's what it is. You're going to automatically put the space, your creation, your video game, the simulation, your events, your meeting rooms, whatever it is you want to others use that space, you put in here and it's gonna be in the list. Now we have a couple of spaces just because it's the first. I'm working more in the backend. You guys can start build anything you want. You put it here, but in reality, this is gonna be thousands, hundreds of different spaces, right? 100,000. That's what we want. And then you can start just searching the space you want, and you can collect it, put it in saving, and I don't know, favorite list, anything you want for business. For all this is gonna be really, really nice search place to go to your favorite spaces. And also it's gonna be by score, the same idea like in any social media and YouTube. Your space, if your space everyone like it, you go to the first place. It's the same idea. The algorithm is going to give you priority. When the space is good, you have more chance to be visible for the entire universe, for all the community in ALYSSIUN. If it's not good, so that's the point to help. You need to improve your space every day and make it better. When you create something cool and it's really nice, obviously people's going to like it and they're gonna create comments in the space. They're gonna say, I love this space, whatever it is, this is nice, I can do for this, whatever it is. That is going to give a rate for that space, and you're gonna start going up in the first list, so everyone is going to join more and more your space. So that's another thing is gonna be really good in here. And then here you can control things. You see, you can add a collaboration for every space, so you can enter the same space, those space, and then when you add it as a collaborator, they're gonna be able to open the engine, so they can work in the space with you. Otherwise, if they don't have permission, they can enter the space with the URL that you have it, but they cannot move the object. They cannot move that cube, as you see here, right? I can just do whatever I want because I am in control of that on my own space. So there it is. So yes, uh, I think today at least we talk a lot of things about the basic how ALYSSIUN is working in this first version, and you're very welcome to join. You can use it for meeting, for events, for collaboration. You can start creating your standard spaces where in maybe in 2 weeks maximum you're going to create, you can start creating your video games here. You can, so basically you can start now to create assets, add how the space is going to look, and the next layer is going to be more how the game is going to function, like logics, functionalities, behavior, movement, space, and mode. So all that is coming. So yes, let me remove this box in here in case somebody want to use this space for a meeting. So you are welcome to join. So I want to I'm gonna end this streaming for today. And I want to say thank you so much for everything and all the support you are in. All I already have in a small community, but I'm really thankful for that. People in WhatsApp and in our groups. And thank you for any comment you made. If you see any bug or something, comment. I'm gonna try to fix it. Yeah, any ideas? Let me know in the chat. And then yeah, for now, everyone is welcome and thank you for everything. So I think see you next video. Bye bye.